cleared the tower. Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let me turn this music down. All right, how was you guys' weekend? You guys have a good weekend? What's up, Shantae? What's up, Isaac? What's up, Andy? Cuban? Fecker? Wayne Mac? What's going on? JMB? Gear? Bull Runner? What's up, Bearded? Gear, what's going on, fam? What's up, Mikey? Yeah, I didn't trade over the weekend either, 33. JB, glad you had a good weekend, bro. What's up, Mark? All right, guys, I'm pretty tired, so we'll probably have a shorter stream today. I think I won't do altcoins. I'm just gonna do Bitcoin. But let's jump into it. All right, so let's start with the 4 hour here. So as we talked about over last week, we had the bear break on the 4 hour here, which led to a bit of correction down, traded up for the rest of the week, hit that target for last week, which was at 94K liquidity. We swept that earlier in the week, setting in a bearish SFP, traded sideways, tried to hold the 1 hour here, and then we eventually broke the 1 hour structure over the weekend, and then we pulled back, came to attack the liquidity underneath the lows here, like 87,668, kind of testing the golden pocket again. Now, what was interesting about when we came to test this is we do just have this uptrending macro trend line here, going back to late November that we've just been following. We now have hit it for the third time here. And when we did hit it here on the 4 hour, we SFP'd that local low. And then on the 6 hour, we also SFP'd the low. Those are the clearest time frames right now. So I do like the 6 hour SFP. We're now getting a doji and engulfing candle on the 6 hour. It's yet to break 30-minute structure, which is kind of the next step that I'm looking for. If we can kind of come into these previous lows, like here, maybe get, maybe close above here and then pull back to like golden pocket. We could look for like 5-minute breaks down here in the golden pocket to come up. Now, when does this get scary? This gets scary if we can close like some 6 hour, 4 hour candles below here, below like 87.7-ish, because that would not only be a break of structure on the 6 hour back bearish, but it would also be a pretty significant close underneath this uptrending resistance. So we're kind of forming this little pinch right now between the daily resistance line, so coming up here, the daily resistance line, and like this uptrending support, and that whichever one of these really breaks first should kind of give us direction whether we're going to be going to the upside or to the downside. If you want the so we still have our tiny bull here and our bigger bear trend, because the weekly's bearish, things like that. So the real line in the sand continues to be getting a close on these higher term time frames above like 94K, because while the 6 hour is bullish, was bullish here, and then we SFP'd it, now we've tested the low, we still have our little bull here, but I'd like to see the 4 hour reclaimed back bullish as well. It's more standard time frame here, and what would be cool about that is that if Bitcoin was to close above this 4 hour high, that would also involve breaking out of this daily downtrend, and then really all we'd have to really worry about is kind of this pink box here, the resistance at previous lows, this fair value gaps down here, and also that is the daily golden pocket. So if we look, let's move this out of the way for now. So if we look on our daily time frame, we've been talking about this for quite a good amount of time now. We have our daily golden pocket up here, which would involve breaking out of the downtrend, testing the golden pocket. We would still look for like 4 hour bear breaks up here to possibly get swing short, but one thing at a time. We do still have to break through our massive wall up here at 94,000. Now, if we do break this trend line to the downside, if things get ugly, we break the 6 hour, we break our uptrending support. Likely we're coming back to the liquidity down here. This would kind of be a liquidity target from all the longs in this area. Now we do have one area where we could look for like a possible fake out of the trend line or possible support, and that is this demand here that we have still yet to tap on the way down. I mean, I guess if you extend it up here, okay. If we draw it like this, Let's see. Did we tap it now? Okay. That adds a little bit to the bullish case here. I think I wasn't including this price action in this box when I drew it last week. But yeah, we could improve that because we did still consolidate a little bit here before we got the explosive move up. And in that case, we've actually tapped it now, held the trend line. If we can break 30-minute, we could see another rotation. We could see this kind of range continue to hold up. If we pull some volume here, so we've been in this range. Okay, it's not bad. We're kind of trying to break back in through the value area low. If we could get kind of a rotation back up to the point of control, if we can hold that, kind of this previous lows consolidation area here. If we're able to hold past here, we could look for a full rotation up to test the trend line at the value area high. But for me, I want to see a little bit of structure breaks here. You could have bought the breakout of this like downtrending trend line after the SFP. You could be long now. We've got some strong candles printing right now, but this would be our 30-minute break, where then we could look for opportunities where like the 5-minute breaks bearish, comes down, and breaks back bullish to try to get long and take it up. What do our indicators look like right now? Yeah. So it's a little bit convincing to do. I'd like to see the 30-minute break. But on our higher, on like our midterm time frames, right, we still have hope after this SFP. But man, this has been, range trading has been amazing in this range here. It's clear highs, clear lows. And we'll see if we can break back into the range or get rejected. But that's kind of the major levels I see. We can talk about like if we're able to break past here. If we can break past this pink box, really what you want to see for like a possible new all-time high run is a daily break above 107,300. If you do that, but if you do break that, then all you really have left to concern yourselves with is kind of the weekly golden pocket here and then the untapped demand at like 119. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves there. Yeah, that's what I see locally. I made a mistake in the market pulse, so I edited it. On the 30-minute, I had the high drawn here. It's actually up here. I was kind of rushing through that, just getting to the charts. But yeah, it looks like we're SFPing that right now, but this isn't closed yet. So yeah, really want to watch that 30-minute close, see if we can break back into the value area. What's up, Harp? What's up, SMA? 32 plus 1. What's going on, man? Zaid. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's what I kind of see on Bitcoin in the short term. It's pretty simple because we're still in the same range. So there's not much more to go on. It is cool though that when you draw this range, including this area here, that we did actually mitigate that, which is nice. So we could see it pump from here. I didn't have that on my chart earlier. Let's look at some of our other charts here. Total. I think I'm gonna wipe this chart because I can't really read this. Okay. Start with the 4-hour on total. Okay. Did this SFP? Yeah, so we SFP'd on total, but we haven't taken this low on total yet. So we still have a 4-hour low here. And the 4 hour on total did actually break bullish, so this is a strong low on the 4 hour that we would need to break for us to get bearish on total, which is not bad. Let's look at our like downtrending resistance here. Okay, trying to break out of our downtrend as well on total. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so looking at the 30-minute here. So the reason that I don't like the high here as much is because it's internal between the high. So like the structure was, let's see, so the 30-minute high was here. Did we have a 30-minute bear break? No, we didn't. So the 30-minute high was up here. Then we break the low. And then we set a high here, come down. This low right here fails to break the low here. So even though we set another high after that, it's going to be internal to this high and this low, right? Like this low that got put in was inside these 2 points, and then the high that got put in was inside the 2 points as well. So none of it broke the external structure. So that's why I prefer to have the 30-minute high here. Yeah, exactly. There you go. You got it. Answered your own question. Okay. We can quickly look at ETH and Sol here. Let me start with ETH to Bitcoin here. How does that look? Bounce off the 4 hour 200. So we rejected off the 886 here. I've come down to retest demand here on the daily. Yeah, we're still kind of internal on all the structure here on the 30-minute. So you break your 30-minute bearish right here, and then pretty much ever since that broke bearish, ETH has been bleeding back down. So at the very least, if you want to get bullish on ETH, you need to see ETH come back up and break 35.24, so it can be back in an uptrend on the 30-minute against Bitcoin. We have kind of this uptrending support here that we did bounce off of. We're holding for now. Let's put an alert on this. Okay, so we mentioned up here on ETH how it had this JPOW on the 4 hour, right? So you had your SFP, your break of structure, come down, continuation down. Now, okay, this doesn't look too bad on ETH if it can break this. So we had a SFP on the 4 hour, and now we're trying to break structure. This would be a bullish JPOW. Reclaim of the trend line. Oh, nice. Bitcoin's pumping. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this looks good on ETH. If we can close like this, I like this a lot. This is the 4 hour structure flipping back bullish, which could give us another decent move up. On the daily time frame, you get a daily break of structure above 36.57. So if ETH can kind of get some more gas this week and keep going, reclaim this trend line, break the 4 hour back bullish, really the level to watch is like 36.72. Pretty far away from that right now, but if we do get a bullish week, really this would be what I watch right here. ETH kind of telling the story here. Now it starts to look bad, right, if you reject off this trend line come back down on the 4-hour, and then close back underneath here. That would be an SFP in the other direction on ETH. But I'll probably make a post about ETH after the stream if this can close bullish, because I like this. We also have just like our downtrend that we broke out of, right? Break out, retest, go up. It's going to take a little while to resolve. It's going to take like another hour, 40 minutes, but it's not too bad. So Bitcoin made a move. Nice, nice. Nice. Yeah, so I like the SFP into demand. And about 10 minutes we'll break 30-minute structure. Still a lot of work to do because you still have like high time frame structure working against you, but with the SFP, at least the 6-hour does have a target back up here. So that's why I like a 30-minute break here. We could get some upward price action, start off the week, which would be nice. Yeah, we're kind of breaking out of this downtrend line as well. It's going to close in about 10 minutes. Okay. So Sol came back for all of this liquidity that we had marked out before. And then came back to retest this demand again. Is that like an order block from the low over here? Yeah. So we had an order block here. Order block retest. What does it look like on the 4-hour? Yeah, so I forget, ETH never broke the 4-hour back bullish, so. Or not ETH, sorry, Sol. Yeah, if Sol, so we do still have this demand down here, possible, but if Sol closes a 4-hour candle underneath 127, actually that didn't break the new high, never mind. Yeah, so 4-hour structure, this is just still just consolidating in a range. This doesn't look as good as ETH. What does Sol ETH look like? So we got a little bit of a bounce off the bottom of the channel, but now we're just retesting this. We did, however, get a 4-hour break on Sol ETH, and now we're retesting the breakout. Yeah, we're retesting demand right now. So we'll have a confirmed uptrend because we had our change of character here. I'm going to set an alert here. So that'll be a confirmed uptrend on the 4-hour if we're able to come close above 43.60. So we'll have to wait and see what's in store for that. Right now we still kind of have this downtrending resistance we have to break out of. Yeah, I mean, strong candle action here, but not much 4-hour structure we can go off of. If we look at the 1-hour. So we SFP'd this low. Yeah, still hitting our head on resistance. At the very least, you'd want to see Sol be able to break out of this resistance. I don't like Sol right now. It's not as clean structurally as like ETH is, in my opinion, or Bitcoin. But I think the thing to watch is Sol ETH, and if Bitcoin starts trending up and Sol ETH gets that continuation break, I think Sol could start to rip. But I think that needs to happen first. Bitcoin's getting closer to the 30-minute close here. I'd prefer to see like a strong close, like a push into the close to kind of close more up here. Let's see where our range deviation would be. Yeah, our range deviation would be a close above 90,000. But yeah, guys, it doesn't look terrible. You get a close below. We were talking about 87,800. Starts to look a lot worse, but for now, it doesn't look awful. As long as this uptrend holds, we could see continuation price action up. All right, do you guys have any questions about Bitcoin, Ether, Sol? I'm not going to do altcoins today. And if you guys joined late, make sure you go back and watch the first 15 minutes. That's where I do all the Bitcoin stuff. But if you guys have any quick questions, I can answer them for you guys. Coming down towards the close. It's not what you want to see. We might get an SFP here. All right, awesome, guys. Well, make sure you go back and watch the beginning if you're just jumping in here. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, join the Discord. Little short update tonight. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Tell somebody you love them. And my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out.